Esoteric theme. The will to be the authentic self and the power to convey illumination. When you think of Leo, you usually think of somebody that is kind of out there, kind of extroverted. You usually think of Leo as the, in traditional, there's an old joke about Leo, there's an old joke. The joke goes like this: you can always tell a Leo, but you can't tell him much, And I have to be honest with you, I'm a Leo, so I have a right to tell the joke, okay? But we are told that the first ray, it's another first ray sign, and it brings in the will in three ways, spiritually. The first is the so-called will to be, the will to be. You see, in the deepest sense, friends, Leo is all about finding yourself. Every Leo person should be asking the question, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And of course, that's a working hypothesis. I mean, if you were to be asked that question 10 years ago, you'd probably answer it a bit different than you would now. So one of the big interesting things about Leo is that, it's symbolized by the lion, right? The lion. But here's the big surprise. There's actually two lions in Leo and not one. Two lions. The traditional lion is the lion as the self as personality, where the higher, the other lion, is the self as soul with a capital S. Both are selves. Both are centers of identity. The lower lion, that's the lion that most astrologers will attend to. When the lower lion loves the limelight, what's really going on there? That's really the personality that's saying to itself, hey, this must be who I am because this is what everybody loves. But the higher lion, that self doesn't need accolades from the environment to validate itself. The higher lion is all about standing in one's authenticity without inflation, which would be egoism, or deflation, which is diminished self-esteem. It's to stand in what is. What is. In fact, the mantra for it is here. I am that, and that am I. It's the shortest of the 12, short and to the point. But let me embellish it for you. I am that quiet point of beingness deep within, and that's who I am. But as I said, it brings the will energy in three ways. The second way is the so-called will to lead. Leo is one of the leadership signs. Many Leos are natural leaders. Not all, by the way, so I'm making broad generalizations, but many are good leaders, naturally. And the other is the so-called will to illumine, the will to illumine. You see, Leo is also one of the teaching signs, friends, one of the teaching signs. Quiz question. What object in the sky rules Leo? The sun. Well, so it may have something to do with bringing light to things, you see? And to now address what I know she's going to ask me, Leo is one of the signs, there's only a couple of them like this, where the ruler is the same on the higher and the lower. It is also the sun. It is also the sun. Okay? Think about it. The sun is the center of our solar system. It's the centralizing force for the life of our solar logos. The whole solar system is also an entity in its totality. And even though we look at the Earth and say that's a god, the solar logos is nature to planets. Those are chakras within it. So our planet is a chakra within the larger entity. But that solar logos, that sun, is the center power for the whole solar system. And when we say to ourselves, I want to find myself, what I'm really saying is I want to find my center. It kind of makes sense that the sun would be the symbol of it.